Well, hello, how are you? We are here again live this afternoon, and I hope you're keeping track of the date because we are going to be about 7 months away from Reggae Marathon this week. Yeah, that's right, 7 months away. We meet on December 2nd, and for me, this time of year is also very, very exciting because, right after Reggae Marathon, I tend to get a little bit down, have to leave Negril, have to leave all the people that I have fun with on the beach, of course. And takes a few months for me to decompress, and then by about this time of year, I start to get excited again. And as I get closer to Reggae Marathon, I become unbearable around the house. So I'm just warning you. Okay, so today, I want to remind you for a few things, a couple of updates, and a few things to remind you on as well. Reggae Marathon runs on Sunday, December the 2nd. That's the most important thing to keep in mind today. If you're planning your trip, you're planning your hotels, you're planning your travel, Sunday, December the 2nd. That is a move. It is a move from where we've had before by 1 day. So the entire Reggae Marathon race weekend does move. Instead of Thursday through Saturday, we're now Friday through Sunday. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through what it looks like. On Friday, November the 30th, that's when on-site registration begins, as well as race packet pickup. So you've got Friday to register, but of course you don't want to do that. You're going to want to register in advance, but you do have the opportunity as well on Friday. Secondly, on Saturday, December the 1st, 3 events happen. Race packet pickup, you can register online, and of course the Reggae Marathon Pasta Party. That happens, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. And then on Sunday, December the 2nd, 5:15 start as usual. Nothing changes there. We are off for all 3 Reggae Marathon events, the marathon, the half marathon, as well as the 10K. So keep that in mind. So for today, what I'd like to do is give you an update on the 2 different locations that we have for Reggae Marathon. Yep, we're running 2 different locations in the grill. Talk a little bit more about the early bird registration. No, you're not going to want to wait until you get to the grill. The Pasta Party, how that actually goes down at Couple Swept Away. And of course, the weather. I get that question a lot, the weather on race day. So first of all, the 2 different locations. On the Friday and on the Saturday, we're set up at Couple Swept Away Sporting Complex. And that's right on the Norman Washington Boulevard. It's a big complex. Look out for the sign. And that's where we do the registration, the packet pickup, as well as the pasta party. And then Saturday night, after the pasta party is over, we move about 500 meters northeast, up the Norman Washington Boulevard, to set up at Long Bay Beach Park for all of the activities on race day. So that's where the 10K, the half marathon, as well as the full marathon start and finish from, as well as the post-race activity. As we get closer, we'll be giving you some more updates about that, as well as showing you some maps, etc. So look out for that as we get closer to the date. But just keep in mind, we have the 2 different locations, okay? The Friday, Saturday is at Couple Swept Away, and Sunday is at Beach Park. The early bird registration runs until July 31st. You have a chance to save some dollars. Easy to do that. Just go online and securely register and get yourself set up in advance. It's always a good thing to do. ReggaeMarathon.com is our website, and just look for the registration tag. Now third, and this question I get asked a lot, and usually I answer warm, but today I'm going to kind of break it a little bit and tell you what really it feels like. Weather on race day. How warm is it? Well, if you're not used to temperatures in Jamaica, in other words, if you don't live on the island and you're coming from afar, it is going to be hotter than you're used to, okay? Race time, early in the morning, pre-5:15, it's about mid-20s to the high 20s. And then by the time the sun breaks the horizon, you're looking at high 20s into the early and low 30s, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, I've run all the events, so I'll give you a little bit of advice, a few tips on how to make it through. If you're running the half or the full, you are going to be out in the sun after the sun breaks the horizon. Usually the 10K folks are finishing up, before the sun gets over the tree level. Wear a hat. You're going to want to keep that wet at some point, the back of your neck as well, but do wear a hat. You're going to want to make sure that your head is covered. The sun is more intense than you're used to. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I can't repeat that enough. Before, we have electrolyte and water before the race starts. We have it at every mile aid station. Convenient little plastic pouches. You can squeeze the water at the back of your neck and over your head, and you can drink the electrolytes. So do that at every mile aid station. And most importantly, pace yourself. Again, if you're not used to running in that warm temperature, you will run slower. So why not just go out and enjoy yourself? Yeah, you're looking for time. I understand that. Everybody's looking for a PB. But you know what? Enjoy yourself at Reggae Marathon. Pace yourself for each of the events, and you're going to have yourself a fabulous time. You want to have some fun afterwards. And finally today, the question that probably gets asked as much, if not just a little bit less than how warm is it? Is the pasta party covered, the fee to the pasta party covered in my race registration? And the answer is yes. For any of you who are registered at any of the 3 events, the fee for the Reggae Marathon pasta party is included. Okay, so that fee that you pay includes a fabulous carbo load supper. So you're going to have yourself a great time, I can tell you that for sure. If you're a guest, we do charge a fee for that, and as we get closer, we'll confirm what that fee is. Now, the pasta party starts at 5:15 to 8:30. Okay, sorry, excuse me, 5:30 p.m. on Saturday night, December the 1st, to 8:30 p.m. It's not your typical Jamaican party that starts late and goes into the early hours of the morning, because we need you to get home by 9 o'clock, 9:30 to get to sleep. You're going to want to get up early in the morning. We start at 5:15 promptly on race day, Sunday, December the 2nd. At the pasta party, it's set up at couple steps away, multiple food stations around the perimeter, and that allows you to get there without a lot of lineups. Each of the chefs from competing hotels put on fabulous spreads. I mean, there's hot pasta, there's ready-made pasta, as well as made-to-order pasta there. Multiple stations, there's sides. And you're just going to have a good time. You're going to be able to carbo load under the stars, and then you're going to want to grab a table, make some new friends, or catch up with old ones. You're not going to want to miss the Silverbirds Orchestra when they come on stage after the sun comes down. These guys are high energy. Now, I've seen some folks dancing along, mostly runners, friends, and family. But I have seen some runners as well get up and start to shake a little bit to the Silverbirds. Just watch yourself. You've got to race the next morning, okay? But it is a fabulous show that they put on, and you're not going to want to miss it. So one final note. One final note. If you're going to be in Mississauga for the Mississauga Marathon, that's this coming Sunday, the race runs. Reggae Marathon's going to be at the Expo on Friday and Saturday, so look out for us, me. I'll see you there, booth 107. As you come in the front door, just take a look out for us at the Mississauga Marathon in just a little bit west of Toronto. Well, that's it for today. We'll see you again next month, and in the meantime, of course, keep running.